Yes, ma'am. Your memory is very sharp.
Are it's not sharp.
Mhm.
Well, the thing is that only a few days ago we had spoken, so that's why I remember. My memory is not strong. I think with the age now, our memory declines with the age. So it's with me. I don't remember so many things. Yeah.
Okay.
So I remember that you are from Aligarh and your one of your hobby I remember is that because it was
Cooking.
very yes cooking.
I love
So
cooking.
I
Yes.
was so fascinated to hear from you that your one of your hobby is about cooking,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
daily you cook daily
Yes.
something or
Daily.
the other.
Yeah. Daily I cook myself. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything I cook myself.
So you are living with your parents or somewhere alone?
No. Currently I'm living in my workplace. Nearby my
Noida.
workplace. Yeah, Noida. Yes.
Okay. So, but whenever you go home to Aligarh, I think
Yes.
you help your mother that time, right?
Yeah. I help. Sometime I cook for my family.
Okay.
Yes.
Very nice, very nice. Actually, oh,
Actually,
boys
I love
actually,
I love
yes,
cooking. I love
you love
cooking.
cooking, na?
Yes,
But
yes.
boys are not into cooking. Very few boys I find that
Mhm.
they love to do cooking, yeah.
Yesterday I made a aloo stuff paratha for my
Oh my God.
younger brother and my roommates.
Really, very nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
So,
very delicious.
okay, yeah. See, any male, whatever any male makes, like about the cooking, that person will make in a very with patience. But as we being a housewife, we go into the kitchen and hurry in a hurry. We make this and that and that. But whenever my husband does not cooking, sometimes he cooks a vegetable for me, and in a very low flame, like he'll be cooking with patience, and that thing will come out so delicious. But it's
Yes.
not with us because after cooking we have lot of work.
One things I'm telling you, when I cook, so I listen to podcast, mostly spiritual podcast. So my
Okay.
mind is only connect with the like spirituality. So
Okay.
when we go any temple, so we get some prasad. So prasad
Yes.
tastes like automatically is a very tasty, right?
Yes,
So
right,
so
of course.
that's why I take care of this when I cook. So I remember to connect with the God. Do I get his vibration and while cooking? So it also helped me to improve my English because I
Very nice.
always listen to podcasts in an English spiritual podcast. So
Okay.
when I cook, whenever I cook, so we have to take care what we are thinking while cooking. It is a very important for every person.
Yes.
I'm not talking
Yes.
about the man, women's, every person, because
Yes.
uh, when we cook, so we are thinking like very negative, so we are giving negative vibration to our food, right? So
Yes, right.
so
Yeah.
this is the reason why I'm listen this kind of podcast.
Yeah.
Also, whenever
Yeah.
I also like listen like spiritual song when I cook.
Very nice. Very nice. So you are still not married, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so when you'll get married, your wife now she'll be too elated. She'll be so delighted that my husband knows cooking. So, like, I
Actually,
think every girl wants that her husband should cook sometimes, not always, sometimes. So, actually, every girl wants that the husband should know cooking. So, when
yeah,
needed, he can cook.
yes. Because husband should not be depend on her wife, his wife. You
Yes,
know,
right.
yeah. Because in every person should help their family, like for her sister, his sister, her mother, her um, wife. They should help.
Yes, right. So, let's talk on like something related to you had given me something, like how to motivate ourselves. One thing
Yes,
was that, and the
yes.
other one was how to be self improvement. How to
Self-improvement.
yes,
Yes,
yes, how to do that self improvement of us.
yes,
So
yes,
what
yes.
I think is that if somebody wants to self improve us,
Mm.
themselves. So what we should do, I think, is that there are
Mm-hmm.
many things. If a person wants to improve himself or herself, suppose I want to improve myself in this language,
Mm-hmm.
anything, anything, whatever it's a language or any skill of yours. So what I think is that for that you need to speak daily. So every day, yes. So for that, for the self improvement, a person should. What I feel is that a person should speak daily. You know, like speak daily. Somebody you don't have any partner with yourself, and you want to self improve yourself. Then I think you need to speak every day. If you get a partner like we are speaking, then it's very good, well and good. If you don't have a partner, you can speak yourself alone. I mean to say. And the other thing is that there are many things which contribute into self improvement of a person, right? So, do you feel that for the self improvement, we need to work on our vocabularies also? Like,
Self improvement, like any kind of self improvement, it depend on the person to person who want to in that particular improvement in their
yes,
life,
yes, yes,
right?
yeah, of
If
course, yeah.
somebody want to rid off from the smoke, okay, he
Yes.
someone is want to rid off from the smoke, someone want to rid off from inappropriate content
Ah,
is
okay.
used, they are consumed. Someone want to rid off from uh, is a lot of
Any
consuming
habit.
is
Yeah.
any
Any habit.
habit,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
So it's totally depend on the person. So just about the improvement, how they can be improved uh,
Okay.
in
Huh.
their life.
So, like, okay, so you have picked very nice, what to say to speak on that. I mean to say it's not related with English language. You mean to say that anything we want to improve in our life, right?
Yes.
So whether somebody, some person they have a bad habit, right? As you mentioned about the smoking, about the smoking, about consuming liquor. Like they are so fascinated to consume that alcohol. So they sit with their friends, they'll party themselves. I've seen often. So it has become the trend, not only with the men, with the girls also. They are into this habit. They are smoking. They are consuming alcohol. So it's not good. So if we want to improve ourselves, I think it's a very, what to say, die hard habit of any person. So, but to improve, what one should do, see, you can motivate yourself by seeing others. By seeing nobody is going to motivate yourself. कोई बाहर से
Yeah.
नहीं आ रहा. Nobody is coming from out. Sometimes our parents motivate us. Don't do this. It's not good. It's a bad habit.
Yes,
You
yes.
know. Yeah. See, one of my nephew is there. He is so handsome boy. He works in the good company, but his one habit is very bad. I can say that he consumes alcohol daily, and so much that when he returns from his workplace, he
Mhm.
can't stand properly. He'll come and just lie on the bed. एकदम गिर जाएगा बिस्तर में आके.
He's
So
unconscious when he
yes,
drunk.
yeah. So like he loses his conscience, like कि क्या करना चाहिए. So that is very bad habit. We try to motivate him so many
Mm.
times. We try to motivate him, like by saying, "Your children are so young. Why you are doing this? Your wife is so young. Don't do this." His age might be around 40, 42 that time. Yeah, and now he might be like 50 years old, but daily he's in the habit of doing this. So
Still,
listen,
still
yeah,
he
still,
does
still,
consume.
still, still
Okay.
daily.
Okay, let me come the point. Actually, I'm just telling you a story. That story related to me. Even
Okay.
you can't believe, actually, before 3 years back, and I used to consume alcohol a lot. I used to consume
Okay.
non-veg a lot. Also, I used to smoke a lot. Even every day, I
Okay.
uh, smoke 40 cigarette dailies. You can't
Oh,
imagine. 40. I took the I I used to take two dibbies, one daily basis, and
oh,
one dibby have around 20 cigarettes. Okay,
oh my
so
God.
I, I left everything.
Yeah.
Now, if someone will do smoke surrounding me, I will move away from him. I
But
don't.
how
I
did you
hate.
get rid? Yeah, I'm so much amazed to know that. How did you get rid of this habit?
Let me come the point. Okay.
Yeah. So what happened?
Off from this kind of bad habits. Okay. So
Yeah.
as per the scripture, I read scripture in our Hindu. So in Gita have written clearly, we have a five vices, virtuous, right?
Okay.
So one virtuous we came from our past journey. I don't
Yeah.
know where I born in my previous birth
Past. Yeah.
past, and second we get from our family where I born, right?
Right.
Third is virtuous we get from our surrounding colleagues, our where I'm we are go and office and your colleagues families so the fourth is our I think I forgot the four, but five is I remember is a
Okay.
willpower.
Okay.
Willpower. So
Mm-hmm.
we can willpower. Okay,
Willpower. Yes.
willpower. So
Right.
if you know I have the lot of willpower. So if we able to use our willpower, we can do anything in our life.
Right. Right.
So it is a when I thoughts one day uh, I went to uh, my friend's home.
Uh-huh.
So there were God's children, बकरी के बच्चे, God's children.
Okay. Yeah. Goats. Yes.
So so I used to eat mostly non-veg, mutton.
Okay.
So when I went to there, I used to go there and on my friend home. So their God children playing with me, used to play with me. They hug me. So I realize they have a emotion, right?
Yes.
And
Yes. Yes.
I'm eating them, and so that day I realized I won't eat. So I left non-veg. So and I paid around 250 rupees daily for shopkeeper to buy 2 DP secret daily basis, right? So
Yeah.
I'm going. I don't remember the date, but I was going to my office, and there was a man or and small children. Okay, they was very hungry. They don't have money to eat food.
Okay.
Okay, so no one is like ready to give them, because nowadays like people thinking they are making us fool. So that's why they are not thinking to help them,
Yes.
mostly
Right.
people. So
Yeah.
I stop my bike and give them uh, food, not money, give them food. Okay, they eat and they praised me a lot. Okay, so that
Yeah.
day I left secret. I have I spend 250 rupees on daily basis only smoke, only for smoke, unnecessary cheese. It also uh, damage my body, my
Of
lungs.
course.
So
Yes.
I left the secret, and this is kind of a story. So I left this kind of bad habit. I improved
Yeah.
them.
So even alcohol you left at the same time.
Not same time.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it was my office party night. I drunk. I was intoxication. In I was not able to walk, not able to listen someone. Just
Okay.
did like I fall down my on stage. So someone is made video. So he saw me next day. So I realized
Okay. Oh,
what I did. So at that time, I left that habit too.
very nice. Very nice. I'm so amazed. I'm very. elated to know that you have left your bad habits, right?
Yeah. And one
Oh,
habit still remain. I'm working on it. Definitely, I will improve. And yeah, also I will uh, explain that things. How can I overcome this later? But I'm working on it.
okay, okay. So are you like, okay, so you won't mention over here. What is that third
Yes,
habit of?
yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
might be like eating gutka and all that. Do you?
Yeah, it is not a good. And every bad habit is not good.
Yes, any bad habit. These are the bad habits, Like
you know,
even the, yes, yes. Eat,
everything is like bad habits come from where? Everything bad habits is our fragile mind.
yes, of
If
course.
yeah,
Yeah,
fragile mind cannot able to listen properly, not
yes,
able to do work properly, just they listen in a bad way.
of course. And like you can catch these bad habits in a very short time,
Yes,
but to get rid of these habits, it's very difficult,
yes.
you know.
But
You
I
can,
did this
yeah.
with,
Ah,
with
you
help
did
of
this,
God.
yeah.
With help of God.
Very nice. I'm really very, very happy, to know this. But
Actually, I
you,
used to do
yeah,
meditation every day. I was waking up 4 a.m. So I get lot of positive energy in morning time because
yeah,
everyone is like that time is mostly 99%, not 90, maybe 96% population is sleeping these days, that time,
okay.
right? If we
Huh,
wake up at that time, so we get lot of positive high vibration
right.
from nature on
Yes, of
God.
course. Yes,
So
of course.
you can increase your willpower.
Yes, yes, of course, of course.
Then
See,
I'm
hmm,
giving some message for people who will watch this conversation. If
yes,
someone is want to rid off from any kind of bad habit, so they can watch and they can listen. They
yes,
can any everything. Try to consume positive content. Okay.
of
And
course, of
suppose
course.
our thoughts create our destination. जब हम जैसा सोचेंगे वो वैसा
हाँ,
ही
वैसे ही होगा.
हमारे
Yes,
एक्शन में आएगा, राइट? सो
yeah,
आई
right.
आई एम फॉलोइंग दिस मेथड.
Very nice. Yeah, that is, we call it if you want like, you mean to say that जैसा हम सोचेंगे वैसा ही होता है, right?
यस, यस.
So that is
यू नो
yeah.
मैनिफेस्टेशन इज द वर्ड,
Ah,
राइट?
yeah. It is like
मैनिफेस्टेशन इज द
manifestation of thoughts, and like we say, law of attraction. Law of attraction is that like there are in the universe there are positive and negative energies, and in
यस,
yourself also you also have like positive and negative energies. So
यस, यस.
your positive energies attract those positive energies of the vibes. You will do all good things, in your life.
So
So
as you
yeah,
as you said, your Nifusi is like very like overwhelming intoxication, right?
yes, right.
So
So I am. Very
I'm
glad to
going
know that
to
you had left this habit of yours. And the third thing, on the third habit you are not mentioning is that, but you try to
fourth,
leave that also.
fourth habit.
This is the fourth habit. No, two you
Yes.
mentioned: alcohol,
No,
smoking.
and non-veg.
Oh, non-veg. It's not a bad habit, yeah. But people can eat, non-veg. But we shouldn't.
No,
But we shouldn't, Yeah.
no, ma'am. Actually, I'm not like telling who is eating is.
Ah,
A person
yes,
is like eating because of their taste, right? You know, जैसे I am not able to explain in Hindi. Okay, oh, sorry, English. So let's suppose we go to like Samsan Ghat when someone is like die, right? So
yes,
after come back, we why we take bath? Why we take bath? Because like so मुर्दा घर गए, राइट? सो हम मुर्दों को अपने पेट में लेके जा रहे हैं, तो अवर स्टमक इज ऑल्सो लाइक मुर्दा घर. Also we are eating their emotions. Why we are eating, we don't have right, but every perception has a different, every person has a different
yes,
perception. But I
yeah.
I will not say, I won't say anything about this topic because mostly
Yes,
person
yes, yeah,
very
of
like
course.
this. Yeah.
Hmm. Yes, yes. People are who love non-veg, they love, like very badly, they
Yes.
love these things. They can't
I
get rid of eating. But
as
what I feel is that we don't need to speak much on this topic, this subject actually. People are into eating non-veg. What I feel is that I'm a vegetarian, we are strictly vegetarian. So what I feel is that for your sake, for your taste, you are killing the humans. That that animal also has life.
life.
So
Yes.
we have no right to kill that animal just for our sake.
Yes. Yes.
I don't agree, on this point, yes. Okay, so you
In
are trying to leave your third habit. Very nice.
fourth.
Yeah. Okay, so any more question or anything you want to reveal?
Actually, I try to recall one like content, but I forget that. So you can ask me anything.
No, no, actually, no. Okay, so, okay, tell me one thing. When you were into these habits, these bad habits, what you mentioned right now, so in
Mhm.
your family, like your parents or your friends, they must have told you many times that don't do this. They must have tried thousands of times telling you that just, discard this habit of yours. I think
Mm.
every person must have told you this thing, right?
Yes, my sister is like is hard vegetarian. Also, my
Okay.
family doesn't need this kind, even not ginger garlic. My family doesn't eat. So,
Okay.
but they used to tell me why you are like eating this kind of bad things. So I told him because I used to do workout. So I used to think I get a lot of protein from this kind of uh, food. So seafood. That's why I used to, but I had a no idea because I many times every day I say to God, please forgive me. I did bad. Uh, with I eat a lot of emotions.
Yes, right, right. And you accepted this. People don't accept their bad habits.
Mm.
They don't count these habits as bad habits. I told no my nephew also, don't do this. So he calls me, he says, Ki, what's bad in this? It's nothing bad. All I'm doing is why don't I, why can't I
Okay.
do this?
We
Yeah.
can every like more than the capacity if we do the any kind of like I do the smoke. If I do smoke like more than like required, I'm taking a one cigarette every day. Maybe it
Okay.
could be, it could not be harm, right? But I will smoke 10 and 20 cigarette daily. It will be impact your body,
Yeah, and
your
I
mental
think
health.
everybody knows what the impact we have on our body. Our liver gets damaged. Liver, it won't function properly. If you are consuming these things daily, if you are like into habit, these bad habits, they are called bad habits, like smoking, consuming liquor, all these things. So
Okay.
it will harm your health also.
Yes, you can try to like tell your nephew, see, let's suppose first of all we have to find the root cause behind the
Yes.
any kind of bad habits. Okay, let's
Yeah.
suppose I want to rid off from any bad habits. So first of all, uh, I have to self realization. Okay, and I have to
Yeah.
find the self root cause behind this, what I'm do this kind of bad habit. Okay, first
Right.
of all,
Right.
so if that is appropriate, so we can like segregate the advantage and disadvantage for that
Right.
particular bad habit, so
Yeah.
we easily can able to like overcome.
Yeah. So on the last note, I want to tell you one thing is that just quit all these things. Don't have only one cigarette also. Because what I feel is that when you get married, any girl who comes to live with you, so no girl likes these bad habits of their husbands. So
Ma'am,
just forget all these things and then don't try in future. Never do this.
me, I
Yes, I'm
won't,
telling
I
you. Yes.
won't engage. I won't engage for never,
Okay. Yeah.
never, never.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I also promised to God, I won't do this kind of bad habit. Yeah.
Thank you
Not
so much.
commit
Yeah.
myself, not commit, not my, not committed myself. I also committed to God this. Is
Yeah, okay.
I openly saying this because God is watching us every steps what we are
Yes, yes.
doing.
Of course, God sees. He knows everything what we are doing over here. Okay, yeah, Atul, it's been time to wind. I told you at 12:30 somebody is coming, right?
Okay, okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, we will
Okay,
meet soon. Yeah.
so I can stop the recording?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
It was nice talking to you, Atul. Very nice.
Thank you, ma'am. It's